Hey everyone, I'm here with my second VOD review. Someone stopped by and submitted a video, so I decided to do it. It is a little late for him, but might as well. So we have a silver game here on Numbani. Let's wait for games to get rolling. Now your silver border, everyone else in the game is... So obviously you've been playing Overwatch a lot. You probably understand the game a little bit better than some of these players. Some of these players also could be a smurf. It's hard to tell, because new players could end up in silver, but people could also smurf in silver.
Alright, cool, never mind, we got a shield.
Alright, let's see what your comp is here.
Main Ryan, alright.
Okay, to be honest, Reese is pretty garbage on this point, but you have 222. This is fine. Honestly, this is fine. There's nothing really wrong. I mean, for a silver game, it's fine. Winston would be a lot better, or even Reinhardt to hold the high ground since you have a soldier and an Ashe. But it's okay. It's okay. I do appreciate the higher quality, though. Makes the recordings a lot easier to watch. The audio quality for the audio volume is a little bit low, so I'm going to turn it up. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through 10 seconds. Closer to the gameplay. Okay. Let's take a look. Now I see your Arisa's going main. You probably... What are you doing? Looks like you're not... You're confused to go top left or not. You're following your soldier. I guess this is fine. You should call it there's a Hammond behind the soldier. Ooh, you're lagging. I don't know if that's because you're recording, but your FPS is mostly over 60. Honestly, for silver, the aim there, not too bad. Your team took the point miraculously. I'm not really sure how that happened, but... I don't see anything mega wrong here. It's just your Arisa went main and you and Soldier went top left. You kind of want to work. You want to work together and stay together as a team. But that wasn't too bad. There was nothing atrocious I saw. Yeah, find the Hammond. Shoot him down. That's fine. Focus the Mercy. That's great. I haven't seen anything incredibly wrong so far. It's pretty decent. Your aim there is a little wonky, but it's to be expected. You seem decently comfortable with the game. You don't seem like you're very, very confused. You have mech. You should remech here. Remech. There you go. You should probably focus... I wouldn't focus the ball here. I'd focus... Yep. And now since Mercy's back, I'd focus the Mercy. Good job. You're kind of getting bashed by... Alright. You D.Va Bomb in the middle of the point. That's okay. You're gonna get 2 because they just walked into it. Well, you didn't actually get any. That's weird. Using rockets before you have a target that you're on. I make sure you know who you're fighting before you just use rockets, because that's a lot of burst damage that is good. Defense matrix to try to catch a bomb. That's okay. The Junkrat comes and gets you because of the Mega, and you're probably going to die here. I think. How is the Junkrat not kill you? Just melee. Okay. Biggest things I've seen, make sure you know the target. Make sure you know who you're fighting before you use missiles.
Alright, I'll go Ryan in a sec.
But, honestly, it's not that bad. I don't think it's too bad so far.
I couldn't be. I got Widow.
Nothing extremely feedy or noteworthy. You should move in with your team. I wouldn't use rockets at that distance, but it's not the worst. It's not like a completely throw use of them. Focusing the Bridget, you call that out, but that's fine. Alright. Bob killed everyone. You're fine. You're just probably gonna kill the D.Va here and wipe the point, unless she used ults. I'm surprised she didn't ult because it's silver, but
There we go.
there you go. Nice.
Oh, they have a...
This is okay. Real quick. What you're just doing here is fine because of where the Orisa shield is. Like, you're all the way back here, of course. This is fine because of where the Orisa shield is. But normally you want to be a little closer engaged as D.Va, but you probably know that. Seem a little lost here. Well, okay, Junkrat tire. That's something that happens. It is good going after the Junkrat tire, no matter what character you're at. I think you were trying to find where it was, but we're a little confused about where it was. And I would just let the enemy kill you here. There's no reason to run because you want to reset with your team. Positioning, not too bad, except for where we were just at. You were pushed a little past where your Orisa shield was. I would try to stay with your team unless you're hard diving.
Switch to a different DPS.
A Widow or something like that. And you got to be careful with hard diving too, because you can end up feeding the enemy team a lot of damage. Right clicking, good. Okay. Oh, good. How did that get 2 kills? Okay, that's fine. I know that wasn't intentional where you placed it, but hold on. Let's think about why that bomb worked. So we have this wall over here. Can I get my pin? Can I get my pin, please? Thank you. We have this wall over here, right? You threw the D.Va bomb at this angle, and it slid down it to this corner, and basically blocked off everything behind this wall right here, and everything in this area right here. That's why that bomb worked. Maybe that was intentional. If it was, good. But if not, I want you to know why it worked. Okay.
Alright, great job.
Hammond's low, good. Go after the Hammond. That's perfect. I wouldn't... Okay, now since he used... I was going to say use your micro missiles there, but since he was basically rolling away, it would have been a waste, so that was actually good on you for not using them there. Now you're going to push here with your team. That's fine. This is fine.
He's coming around.
Oh, I never switched off healer. Sorry.
Kill that Hammond, he's very low. Honestly, your aim isn't really terrible for a player like this. You are very confused sometimes about what's going on. I'd call out that Bridget's on bus or on the right. Okay, your team's focused on them now. You should have finished that Bridget off, but your team did. That Mercy... God. Oh, why did she res in the middle of the open? Anyway. Widow's on the right, and... Again, there, you use your micro missiles... I think before you really had a target, or who you knew you were going after, but then you immediately found Widow. Let's see if we can see that again. Come on, internet. There we go. Alright, you see that? You just kind of pressed E, and then you found the Widow, and those micro missiles help you kill the Widow there. Again, make sure you use your micro missiles when you have a target, or hitting at long range like a shield or something. But overall, not too bad. Your positioning behind the shield is okay. Alright, your team's cleaning up. Not bad. This isn't terrible at all. Aim could use a little work, but still not as bad as I'd expect. The Junkrat tire's coming from up top, that's obvious. Ooh. You were a little late to react to that. I would immediately flown up and try to take it for the team, or go find the Junkrat, because you knew it was coming from up top, but you probably didn't initially realize where it was coming from. Now you're going to die. Don't D.Va bomb here. Oh no, that's a waste. You probably know that's a waste. You just, yeah, you're calm. Yeah. Now, I'd try to get out of there, though, and regroup with your team. I would not fight. Use your jetpacks and get away. Okay. I don't know how. That wasn't... See, your aim is not bad. And, again, their Mercy is rezzing for no reason, but you're also very low, so you need to get out of there and not stagger yourself.
D.Va's bottom.
I'm surprised you haven't been eliminated yet. Right-clicking for your Ana, you can go ahead and kill him. Because he was purple there. Alright, their Mercy again is out of position. That's a hard target to hit now that she's Vouched. Alright. Keep. This is okay. Using the card as cover, intentional or not, that's a good thing. Bursting down their shield. Their D.Va's dead now.
D.Va's out of net.
Their Mercy's rising in a terrible spot again. You need to back up and get heals. There you go. You're using DM and backing up. You did use your whole DM, which isn't optimal, but you did stay alive. You were chasing the orb. I've never seen someone do that before. Again. Yeah, okay. But you know the Junkrat's still back there, so I probably would have tried to fight him. But that's okay. Ooh, those mines. I would... That Bridget's gonna die. And kill that Mercy as well. What are they doing? Okay, D.Va bombing behind the shield. It kind of went too far back. You could have thrown it up and over the shield, and you could have lobbed it there, and it would have had a better effect. Alright, well, you're kind of out of position here. You need to be a little bit more with your team. You adjusted to that. You're still above the shield. There's a shield down. You could have played it behind your Orisa shield there and prevented from demeching. Decent aim. Like, really, for a silver player, I expect a lot worse. And I think your team's gonna get eliminated here.
Stay on it,
You try to switch to somebody. Probably to get back. No, well, actually, D.Va's not the worst hero to try to get back, but it was probably too little too late anyway.
You know, you could have just kept going and not stood there. Especially you. So
I will say,
nobody's very
I don't know if you've ever been a higher rank. I don't think you're a silver player. I really don't. Like, I have a friend who is like around gold or like low gold, and I don't think they look a lot less comfortable with the game than you do. I think you're better. I think you're a better player
Junk,
than silver.
so I can kill that fucking hamster.
Sure.
It's just you have to be aware.
Okay.
You have to be aware of your surroundings a little bit more, and don't waste your cooldowns like micro missiles. There was no big defense matrix that like really needed to happen. I don't think there. I think overall your defense matrix uses was okay, but there was nothing there that you really could have done with it. So
And we don't have a shield. Okay, it's
I can't really talk about that. All right, now you're playing Orisa. Oh, probably gonna switch to Ryan on defense here. That is so weird. Okay, Mercy. Let's see. I'm not a Mercy player, but I can certainly give tips to someone here. This is probably fine. You always hear higher level players. You can tell about what skill a Mercy is by her beam, like how much she uses the blue beam, damage boosting. Obviously, I'd follow up with that Reinhardt so you can boost his. Okay, you should have went up with your Reinhardt there to boost his fire strike, but that's okay. Low ground's an interesting place to hold on this, but I guess it's a silver game. You also you should be healing or damage boosting somebody. You never should not be. All right. No one really needs healing here. I'd damage boost the Ashe to fight that Hammond. All right. Nothing too big here. That Ryan's gonna go in. Need a little blue beam. Oh, healed. Oop, get out of there. Okay, you backed out. That's fine. Overall, your positioning isn't terrible, but here, where you were just on the cart there, personally, I would have been behind the cart, like right over here. This is not a good color for this. Right over here. You were on the top of the cart, and if anybody was coming from main, any like hit scan or something, they could have easily shot you. So just being behind the cart there would have prevented that angle. Overall, it's not too bad, though. You're a little far up. I'd fall back and also stay behind the cart. I'd get in there with... I'd get in this position. Since your tanks are here, I would get here and then be able to back up over here. You're probably moving to do that anyway, so let's see. Alright. Your Rhine's further up. Okay, in that situation, I would have healed the Rhine first since your Rhine was further up. If he was in a battle, but since there's no battle going on, you can heal whoever you want here. That's okay.
I have a hammer already. Give your Reinhardt some heals, please.
You have some low HP targets, heal them. You're Valking here. I guess there was a team fight about to engage and some people were low. That's okay.
Heal Ryan, thank you. Heal those.
You're healing Ryan because he's low. Now that everyone's up, I blue beam. Good, 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 good. Okay, you see a low HP diva there. She was getting back in mech, so I guess it didn't matter. Good. I like that you were damage boosting there. That's a big help to your team. When most of your team was above more than half health there, you were not healing, you were damage boosting. That's great. You're damage boosting your Ryan here. That's good, but there's Diva. You see her immediately, heal her. That's good. Good, 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 good. I like it. I think you're doing great. Honestly, I don't think you're doing that horribly. Because we weren't like the Mercy you were facing last round, who's going through stupid, ridiculous reses and constantly feeding. That's what I would expect out of a silver player. I don't think you're a silver player. I think you're doing just fine, honestly. You did kind of fly into that, but it's okay. Oh, stay out of those mines. I'd fly up to your Hanzo and get the high ground. What you could have done here, since I actually don't know who's on the high ground here, but someone was on the high ground up here, right? You could have flown to them and had a better overview of who you needed to heal here, and also getting you away from these mines. You like my drawings? Yeah, they're nice. Alright. Still not bad. Just, I would have taken the high ground here with your Hanzo, and when you were on that high ground, what I would do, I would heal everyone, and then when no one needed healing, since your Hanzo was on the high ground, was it Hanzo? I don't remember, but whoever was on the high ground there, I would damage boost them if no one needed healing. If someone needed healing, you would easily heal them from the high ground. And again, their Mercy's going for a ridiculous res. You probably are going to lose here because they're pushing through. Yeah, that's a good call.
God, I tried.
Risky res, but it works. Healing here because your team is low. Looks like they might turn it around, though.
Can you revive your Reinhardt?
I just revived Lucio.
Alright, thank you.
Again, oh. So you're really in the battle here. At this point, that's one thing I've noticed about your positioning. You're always on the point here. I'd try to maintain to this high ground up here or back here where the enemy, it's a lot harder to get to you. In your positioning right now, think about it. You have your Diva here, don't know who this is, and then you have a couple more on point, and Ryan and whoever that is coming back to point. Who's the enemy is all behind you here. Who's the first and easiest target they should be? You are very open and out of position here. I'd be behind your team right here. You're very much in the open in this situation. One thing I'd work on is your positioning, because you want to be able to heal your team, but also make it hard for the enemy to kill you. That's the optimal positioning for a healer, of course. Alright, see, I back up. I think you were trying to back up behind your Diva there. I think you were trying to back up behind your Diva there, but didn't manage to. Okay, your Diva. That's lucky. I don't know. Your team seems to be stalemated.
Oh,
You're probably gonna lose the point here.
Fucking shotgun fucker.
If it's a risky res, that's a very risky. How did they not immediately turn around?
Oh my god, how did they not see me?
Yeah, that's like my exact point. All right. Well, this is kind of just like a ditch of faith here. Again, positioning. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw through this. Here. Let me shut my door really quickly. Sorry. Here, you notice the Aristo's right here, and there were enemies in this area. Backing up over to this side of the point and being able to heal your team, or trying to make it to the high ground if there was somebody on high ground would have been better. You were kind of in the mix of your team here, and you were an easy target to eliminate.
Bastion. Why do they have a bastion?
Because Bastion, that's the answer.
Yeah,
Because Bastion, that's the answer.
Bastion.
Should I pull back or should I keep pushing?
Pull back, pull back.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm coming back.
Be very careful here, because it's only Urian here, and if you go up too far with him, you could get staggered.
Alright,
I'd try to stay behind Urian.
They have a bastion.
Yeah, you need to go back.
Yeah, but they actually just lost.
They're not pushing up, though, so it doesn't matter as much. Okay, you have Ash and Junkrat. Okay, it must have been Ash on high ground that one time. Anyway. Heal your Ash. That's fine. Good. Heal your Rhine. Oh, you're in the middle of mines. Valking because one or a couple people are low. That's okay. Your team really needs to back up.
Bastion, otherwise he's gonna tear us apart.
The Bastion's 1 HP. That Rhine could just swing on him. There we go. Junkrat's doing well. Alright. Blue beam, since everyone's full HP. That's unlucky. Your Rhine should win this as long as you keep healing him. Going for a res on the Lucio here.
Bullshit. You can fucking reach through my fucking shield and shoot me when he's that close.
Alright, there, that res was a little bit risky because the enemy had you overrun and your Rhine needed healing. Either way, I think you were going to lose the fight, so it's hard to tell. I think you were going to lose the fight there, but your team needs to regroup here. Staggering and grouping up are a big problem in this kind of rank, but I don't see you doing anything too bad along those lines, so
Counter the Reaper
it's not
as
that
well.
bad.
I can kill his ass too.
Alright. Oh, Ryan. Lucio, you did not need to beat that. You did not need to beat that. Sound barrier doesn't help. You're Ryan fed there. I'd get back. I'd get back. You're trying to get back. That's good. You're resing. Oh, that's not a bad res, but I noticed that you like to prioritize resing your healer. I don't think that's really a bad thing. But sometimes in some situation, if Lucio and your main tank are dead, it might be more beneficial to res just the main tank.
That was grounded.
If you have Valk especially, you can ult and heal your team, and if you bring the Reinhardt back instead of the Lucio, you can heal the whole team and you have your main tank, where the Lucio wouldn't be doing that much if you were Valking anyway. But I don't really dislike you resing your other healer. That's not a bad thing.
Reaper up top.
Okay. I liked your positioning there, because you didn't know if your team was going to be moving back over this way, so you positioned yourself so you could move back with them, but you quickly realized that they were moving back this way, so you make that positioning switch. That's a nice job. Resing your Lucio again here.
Dude,
Fine.
I can't keep resing you.
Yeah, you're kind of feeding. Oh, that Reaper's gotta die.
Nice.
Your Reinhardt's up here. You should try to heal him. There you go. Back up with your Rein. Alright, well, hope for the best.
He keeps coming in from behind, and I can't. As a healer, I can't do anything.
That's all good.
Oh, good hammer.
You're right. There are some points when you're playing certain heroes that you just can't do something.
He was behind, but I don't think Ash is even in the voice.
Oh, that is a risky res. But since you had Valk, you could swoop down and get it easily. Your Junkrat got there. You have your main tank, so he can smack. Good. You can blue beam here. There you go. There you go.
Reaper's one.
Yeah, definitely heal your Rhine. There you go.
No, Reaper's dead.
Reaper is.
As you develop, I'm not really a Mercy player at all, but as you develop, there will be some times when some people are low HP, but you can still continue to blue beam. But overall, I think your usage is fine. It's just a general rule of thumb. you can damage boost when your team doesn't need healing, and a lot of mercies don't know that. Your positioning could use a little bit of work, but I think it's overall okay. Honestly, I don't think you're a terrible player. I honestly think you're a better player than Silver. But sometimes people feed, and you just gotta prevent that from happening. You could have meleeed the Mercy there. That's one thing. It's one thing with Mercy. If she's Valking can be offensive. But also, if, let's say, there's somebody on you, and someone's peeling for you, and that the person who is peeling for you is also full HP, you can get 1 or 2 melees in, and also blue or damage boost the person who's peeling for you. So that's a free 30 or 60 damage, along with you blue beaming the peel. So it helps you a lot. Remember, you have a melee button. Oh, okay. So right here, a higher level team would have seen this beam and immediately jumped on you here. That's one little mistake. But you can fly out, but if a bigger like tank or something came here, they probably would have body blocked you. But a higher level team would have seen this beam and immediately killed you. And I think this Junkrat's about to do that. Ah, Junkrat? Hello? What is he doing? You're gonna kill him. Oh, Marty Dom. Yeah, but you shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. Alright, you're gonna win here. That D.Va bomb wasn't good, but it's okay. Alright, well, okay. Overall,
yeah,
not too bad. Honestly, it wasn't really that bad. You have a couple minor things to work on, but I think you're at least a platinum player if you just keep getting it. Unless you're making other big mistakes in other games that you didn't display here. Then that bomb again. Honestly, you'll probably climb. Just keep a positive attitude. That's one thing about Overwatch. It's hard to not get tilted. Overall, it's really not that bad. There's a couple like minor mechanical things and some decently big positioning things you need to work on. But overall, I think you're more aware and a better player than a lot of Silvers are. So just think about your positioning, and as D.Va, think about when you're using your rockets and your defense matrix. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Alright, thanks for watching.